Peace and blessings. My name is Jeff Stafford. I serve as pastor at Pleasant Green Baptist Church in Vicksburg, Mississippi. I reside in Jackson. So in describing myself and the work that I do, my goal, I believe, as a preacher, pastor, or servant of God, is to help people and to help those who are seeking after justice and those who are less fortunate, to help people to heal in some manner or receive the healing that they need. And so that's my primary work. An educator by trade and training. I am also the CEO of Stafford Edmin Consulting, which is a leadership, education, and ministry consulting firm that helps support persons in becoming more equipped and developing their capacity and who they are called to be. I'm making this video, which is a new medium for me, in part for the application for the Electoral Justice Project. And you asked us to share our thoughts on three essential questions. How central is black political power and liberation to me and my organizing, and has it shifted over the last 5 years? As a black man in a black body, living in a black-built America, political power and liberation for my people has always been central to me. I am who I am by the grace of God in placing me in a black body. That is not to disparage my white brothers and sisters, brown, yellow, or whatever, but I am who I am because God made me a black boy in Mississippi. It is absolutely critical that my people that look like me and face the same issues that I face have a seat at the table with political power, with judicial power, because it is through that process, through the electoral process, that we actually make changes. As much as we march and protest and procreate and agitate, until you get something on paper in terms of policy that's pushed through with legislation, we still get the brunt end of the stick. Has that shifted over the last 5 years? Honestly, no. I was pleased with the election of Barack Obama as president, but Barack did not change all of the conditions for this black diaspora that we live in. And so there's a lot of work that left to be done. He's done a great job, and a lot of other black political leaders have done great jobs, both here in the state of Mississippi and across the U.S., but there's a whole lot more work that needs to be done, and that's why I'm making this application. Am I currently involved or engaged in study for my own political development? Not for my own political development, but I want to push those who are in the political arena. As a pastor, as a preacher, as a person, I want to see good government happen, because I believe that the God of our justification is also the God of justice. He is the God who gave us government, and since he gave us government, we ought to be governed by his principles. And so that means I need to be a student of political undertakings and understandings that will help me in conversations throughout the land. What do I hope to achieve through participation in this fellowship? Well, I see two great opportunities right here in Vicksburg, Mississippi, where I happen to have the privilege of pastoring, as well as our state. Our state is poised to potentially elect a black man and a black woman to the position of U.S. Senator this year in 2018. That we are in a great position to do that, but there's going to be a lot of groundwork that's going to be needed. There's going to be a lot of organizing that's going to be needed. There's going to be a lot of making sure that getting our people out to vote and getting them to the polls and educating them on the issues and making sure that the candidates are having exposure into the process. Now, Mike Espy is a well-known name here in Mississippi, and he's running for one of those U.S. Senator positions. And because of the retirement of Thad Cochran, there's also another possibility in that position. But then we also have a young lady who's already in our Mississippi House, who's running for Amira Scott. She's running for the U.S. Senate. And I believe if we put together enough energy, effort, and resources to the task, we could make history here in Mississippi in having 2 sitting senators in the U.S. Senate who look like you and me. That's my project. And here locally in Vicksburg, we have a young lady, Judge Tony Terrett, who's a candidate for a Ninth Circuit Court judge. And I believe that if we put our efforts behind her, we can get her on the throne. Again, the God of our justification is the God of our justice. He says to us, what does God require of you but to do justice, love mercy, and walk humbly before Him? And we want to be able to do that, but we have to have good, godly judges to do that. And we have to have people in the policy-making seats to make it possible for us. That's my application. That's my answers to the questions. That's what I hope to be able to do as a part of this fellowship and as part of this work. I pray you all will consider me. Thank you very much.